Okay, 11, here's a very quick look at SQL as a bit of vision. So on the screen you can see an SQL command, so select name, comma, hobby from personal where age is greater or equal to 14. So a database is going to be an organized collection of data, so that's always represented as a table in the exam. You will have your columns or attributes going across the top, and you will also have go across the top there, and then you will kind of have your records down here. The select part of this is going to say which columns we are interested in. In this case, we're interested in name and hobby. So when we run this, we'll only get name and hobby brought back. And then it says where age is greater or equal to 14. So in this case, we've got two ages here, which are 14, and a third one down here. So the information that's going to get returned is going to be Zara and karate, Karina cricket, and Killian and crochet. Okay, so that is what information would come back. So flat file databases, what we're going to be looking at in the exam, are going to be an organization of attributes, which are going to be the columns, and then also we've got our records, which is the information going across. So attribute keyword and record keyword. SQL stands for Structured Query Language, and this is the special commands we will use to interact with our database. So we will send a message to the database using SQL. For example, select star from students. The database will then run it and return to us results which come in the form of a table, which will be all the students that the database has. So let's look at some of these SQL commands. Now the first part of the SQL command is the select part, and this is selecting which columns we're interested in. So in this example we have got two columns. Okay, the first one is product name and the second one is price. So in this example we're only going to get the information from these two columns only. So the first one selects which attributes or columns we're interested in. The second part, although it is important for SQL, is basically stating which table we're getting it from. Now in the exam you only ever have one table anyway, therefore it is not as important as will be for A level. So that would be the result you'd get. So as you can see, I'm only getting the price and the product name rather than anything else. So the thing to remember is that we are selecting columns. Okay, which columns, which attributes are we interested in? Okay, if we want all of them, so let's say I want everything back, I'm going to draw a star. Okay, and that is what you use. My star's terrible there, apologies. So another example here, I've got select customer name, comma, country from customers. So I'm only going to get two attributes. Why do I know that? Because I've only got two listed. I'm going to get customer name and country in my results. Then we can restrict which records are coming back. So this is known as the where clause. Select says which columns, where which rows. So in this example, we have got country is equal to Mexico. So that means it's only going to return customers who are from Mexico. So run that and you can see that here I've got my customer names. Okay, links with that one. We return the city and we return the country, but only when the country is Mexico. So there are going to be some other countries in there, maybe UK, America, and all that kind of stuff, but only Mexico is going to be returned. Notice as well that when we've got this, because Mexico is some text, notice we have got our little quotation marks which are representing a string. Okay, so we've got the column, country, and every record is going to be Mexico. Here's another example. This time I'm returning two columns, product name and price, where price is greater or equal to 20. So when it's a numeric value, okay, I can use greater than or less than, as I would do in Python. So this is going to return me all the products which have a price over 20. As you can see, all these prices are bigger than 20. I can also use my and, or, and not to link things together. So here I've got an example which I know is a bit silly, but I've got well, country equals Germany and city equals Berlin. Okay, so both those things have to be true for a record to come back. So I might also do use an or, so where country is Germany or UK, so it would be one or the other. So the records that come back will either be Germany or UK, but nothing else. Okay, so I can use or to link them together. Just a big point to bear in mind as well when we're doing this. If you notice here, I'm writing out the full one. So I'm not going country equals Germany or UK. I'm writing country equals Germany or country is equal to UK. Okay, you must write it out fully in order to do it properly. I might do range as well. Okay, so in this example where price is greater than 10 and price is less than 13. Now this is exactly how you do it if you do an if statement, exactly how you do it if you're doing a while loop, for example, if I was trying to do a range check or validation. So it's exactly the same. Okay, so there's no difference there. So same construct on the if statement. So this will give me prices which range between 10 and 13. Okay, so you can see they're all between those two numbers. Okay, they're not equal to 10 and they're not equal to 13 because it doesn't have equals there. And that's it as a quick recap. Hopefully that made sense. Couple of key take-home points. Columns, table you don't need to worry about so much. Where price is greater than 10, and then I can link together using and or, and then I've got another condition there, when the conditions will look very similar to what they are in Python. The only difference is instead of variables, we have columns. Hopefully that was useful.